Greetings Tekken enthusiasts, welcome to our channel. In today's video we're taking a deep dive into the world of Tekken's most ruthless antagonist, the one and only Heihachi Mishima. Renowned for his stern exterior and almost demonic demeanor, Heihachi has left an undeniable mark on the series. Join us as we explore the most heinous and villainous acts committed by Heihachi Mishima. Which one is his darkest to this day? Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Fighterverse. Before we dive in, a quick heads up, spoilers incoming. If you're okay with that, let's get into it. Now, one of the Heihachi's darkest deeds involves the heartbreaking murder of his own wife. In the Tekken 7 storyline, we discover that Heihachi's decision to kill his wife, Kasumi, stemmed from his belief that she carried the devil gene. However, the plot thickens when we recall events from Tekken 4, where Heihachi was actively seeking to acquire that very same gene for himself, so it's safe to say that he is not exactly wearing a halo. What makes this even more twisted is that by eliminating Kasumi, Heihachi completed a dark circle of family destruction, having previously succeeded in wiping out every other member of his kin. This brutal act not only showcased Heihachi's willingness to cross moral boundaries, but also hinted at a level of insanity, as he relentlessly pursued his ambitious goals, regardless of the cost to his own family. Another horrifying act of evil by Heihachi Mishima was sealing his father to death. Now let's rewind and look at how Heihachi kicked off his family disposal routine. By taking out his own father, he had his eyes set on the Mishima Saibatsu, and he wasn't waiting for an invitation. He forcefully seized control by capturing Jinpachi, his old man, and imprisoning him beneath the Honmaru mansion. Tragically, Jinpachi met a grim fate, starving to death in that dark confinement, all because Heihachi had a burning desire to take the reins of the family company. Talk about a ruthless power move. One of Heihachi's most despicable acts of cruelty takes the spotlight in this next dark chapter. Brace yourself for this one. Heihachi actually tossed his own child, the young Kazuya, into a raging volcano. Yep, you heard it right, it's as heartless as it gets. In Tekken 7, the series attempted to justify Heihachi tossing Kazuya into a volcano by claiming it was to rid the world of the devil gene. But let's be real here, it's a pretty weak excuse. I mean, come on, we're talking about a child, regardless of any supposed gene. The fact remains that Kazuya was Heihachi's own son, and throwing your own flesh and blood, especially at such a tender age, into a volcano is beyond comprehension for most people. Yet for Heihachi, it was just another dark chapter in his ongoing campaign of family culling within the Mishima clan. And one of the most upsetting evil acts that Heihachi made was based on shooting his grandson in the head. In a chilling conclusion to the Mishima family saga, Heihachi solidified his dark legacy by betraying his own grandson in the aftermath of Tekken 3. Jin, unsuspecting and perhaps too trusting, learned the harsh lesson of never fully trusting a Mishima. The betrayal came swiftly, as Heihachi ruthlessly gunned down his own grandson with a clean headshot, putting a sinister end to their family ties. Sure, Jin later came back to life, thanks to the devil gene, seeking revenge and attacking Heihachi upon his resurrection. But from Heihachi's perspective, his initial intent was clear. He went there with the sole purpose of ending Jin's life. It's an unforgivable act when a person is willing to take the life of their own teenage grandson. Dark times indeed for the Mishima family. Our journey into the episode commences with Akuma and his distinctive fighting style, the Ansatsuken. Despite its grim origins, this martial art stands out as one of the most iconic in the world, specifically designed for lethal combat, an attribute that places it atop our list of the greatest martial arts. You're likely familiar with its most renowned practitioner, the nomadic warrior Ryu. While under the tutelage of his master Goken, both Akuma and Goken initially studied under their master, Gotetsu, but upon grasping the violent nature of the Ansatsuken, including the Satsui no Hado, Goken rejected it. In contrast, Akuma embraced it wholeheartedly. After extensive training, Akuma challenged Gotetsu to a death match and emerged victorious. Although Gotetsu acknowledged his pupil's surpassing skill, this event marked the divergence of paths for the two brothers. While Goken went on to teach a non-lethal version of the style, Akuma fully embraced its deadly essence, evolving into an unstoppable force of nature. Proficient in close-quarter combat due to his mastery of the lethal Ansatsuken, Akuma possesses variations of the three most well-known moves, the Go Shoryuken, the Go Hadouken, Goken, and the Satsumaki Sakunkyaku. Akuma's prowess extends beyond being a mere lethal counterpart to Ryu. He boasts a repertoire of other techniques, including Heihachi, commonly known as the Demon Flip, and Ashura Senku, a move akin to teleportation, rendering him impervious to attacks during its brief gliding state. Furthermore, Akuma wields a multitude of super moves, with one memorable instance involving a ground-shattering punch that unleashed explosive force, obliterating an entire island. While the precise power of this punch remains challenging to pinpoint, its magnitude falls within a broad range, estimated anywhere from 309 kilotons of TNT to a staggering 400 megatons. Notably, this punch, which sent Ryu hurtling into the water nearby, showcases Akuma's capacity for monumental feats. This includes his ability to split Ayers Rocks, a location situated in the heart of Australia. Undoubtedly, Akuma lives up to his status as the epitome of final boss material. Akuma possesses a V-skill named Rakan, a parry technique that adds a layer of defense to his formidable arsenal. However, no skill tucked up his metaphorical sleeve can rival the sheer potency of the Shungokusatsu, also known as the Raging Demon. This remains Akuma's most lethal technique, targeting the soul directly and burdening the victim with the weight of their sins. Yet Akuma's bags of tricks doesn't run dry there. By delving deeper into the Satsui no Hado, he can undergo a transformative state known as Shin Akuma. In this heightened form, Akuma experiences a boost in strength and speed, unleashing his full power upon his opponents. While his transformation is seldom witnessed in canon, Akuma's capability to access it underscores his mastery over the Satsui no Hado. For Akuma, the decision to assume Shin Akuma form is contingent upon deeming his opponent worthy of facing his ultimate might. Despite possessing the ability to transform, Akuma often demonstrates his incredible feats without resorting to Shin Akuma. He accomplished a remarkable jump from 4,000 feet below the ocean to the surface in a mere 3 seconds, obliterating a submarine in the process. This feat translates to a speed of around 3,000 miles per hour. Akuma's list of victories includes formidable opponents such as Gotetsu, Goken, and Gen. Moreover, he has left his mark by successfully eliminating Bison and Gil, two immensely powerful boss characters. Frequent confrontations with Ryu underscore the comparable nature of their abilities. Akuma's unwavering commitment to combat, however, presents a distinct downside, an exclusively offensive approach. He reserves the unleashing of his full power for opponents deemed strong enough to warrant Akuma's desire to surpass and defeat them. This commitment is exemplified on his Oni stage, where he seeks to surpass the world's biggest fighters, capable of challenging battle gods and cleaving moons in half. Now let's talk about Kazuya's power and strength. In the aftermath of World War II, the Mishima family emerged as a formidable force, initially focusing on military endeavors. Following Japan's defeat, they shifted their resources towards martial arts, establishing a renowned dojo that spanned generations. Heihachi and Kasumi Mishima, exemplifying unparalleled skill and love, gave rise to a child destined for greatness, Kazuya Mishima. Under his father's tutelage, Kazuya honed his skills until tragedy struck with the death of his mother, for which Heihachi was culpable. This heinous act fueled Kazuya's desire for revenge, leading to a tumultuous life marked by severe beatings and a harrowing fall from a cliff orchestrated by Heihachi. Astonishingly, at the tender age of 5, Kazuya survived the perilous descent. Seizing the opportunity presented by Heihachi's first King of Iron Fist tournament, Kazuya showcased mastery over the Mishima-style fighting karate, an art founded by his grandfather. His repertoire included iconic techniques such as the flash punch combo, lightning screw uppercut, and the family's signature 10-hit combo, culminating in the devastating dragon uppercut. Emerging victorious, Kazuya claimed the Mishima Empire for himself. However, the subsequent King of Iron Fist tournament took a dark turn. Heihachi emerged triumphant, casting Kazuya into a volcano, presumed dead by many, even during the events of Tekken 3. Yet in a surprising twist, Kazuya survived, thanks to the latent power inherited from his late mother, the Devil Gene. Kazuya Mishima, a formidable fighter with an infamous lineage, grapples with the extraordinary and ominous power known as the Devil Gene. Through relentless effort, he manages to master control over this malevolent force. However, fate takes an unexpected turn when his son, Jin Gasama, also inherits the Devil Gene, sparking a multi-generational family feud of unprecedented proportions. The Devil Gene, when fully harnessed, grants Kazuya the ability to transform into Devil Kazuya, a formidable form endowed with flight, enhanced speed, strength, and durability. In a dramatic confrontation, Heihachi Mishima, Kazuya's father, deploys a satellite laser on Kazuya's corporate building, Kazuya survives by tapping into the devil gene, exhibiting extraordinary resilience against a blast equivalent to 3.7 megatons of TNT. In a retaliatory move, Kazuya fires his own laser to destroy the satellite, demonstrating incredible speed at 2% of the speed of light. Not content with his devil form, Kazuya evolves further into the true Devil Kazuya, overcoming even the formidable Heihachi. His list of accomplishments is extensive, from winning the first King of Iron Fist tournament to surviving fatal falls that would have claimed ordinary lives. Leading the G Corporation, he gains public respect, defeating formidable opponents like Raven, and even triumphing over his father in a final, epic battle. However, Kazuya is not without vulnerabilities. Despite his overwhelming power, he faces defeat from his own family members. The Devil Gene, the source of his strength, also has specific weaknesses. The Kasama bloodline and the Archers of Sirius possess holy abilities that can exploit the vulnerability of Devil Gene users. Despite these weaknesses, Kazuya's transformation into Devil Kazuya is a testament to his formidable strength. While not invincible, his ability to unleash the power of a devil sets him apart as a force to be reckoned with. Yet the toll of maintaining his demonic form can wear him down, forcing him to revert to his base form. In conclusion, Kazuya Mishima is a complex and powerful character, marked by extraordinary feats and inherent vulnerabilities. His journey through battles, triumphs, and defeats showcases the intricate balance of strength and weakness that defines his character. One thing remains clear: crossing paths with Kazuya, especially when the Devil Gene is unleashed, is a risk few would be willing to take. In the world of Tekken, the father and son duo, Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kasama, don't exactly set the best example for family harmony. These central figures in the Tekken franchise, alongside Kazuya's father Heihachi, have been embroiled in conflict since the series began. The recent Tekken 8 debut showcases a monumental battle between Jin and Kazuya, emphasizing the ongoing intensity of their complex relationship. Throughout Tekken's 7 main installments, the paths of Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi have repeatedly crossed. Despite occasional alliances, their family dynamic remains fraught with tension. Heihachi's relentless pursuit of power and Kazuya and Jin's unwavering drive for revenge have kept the Mishima family embroiled in conflict for over 25 years. With Heihachi's presumed demise hinting at a departure from a tradition in Tekken 8, the stage is set for the climatic resolution of Jin and Kazuya's enduring rivalry. At the tender age of 5, he stumbled upon the shocking truth that his own father, Heihachi, had murdered his mother, Kasumi. Fueled by rage, Kazuya confronted Heihachi, only to be brutally defeated and thrown off a cliff. Heihachi, fearing a mysterious genetic curse known as the Devil Gene, believed that a near-death experience might unlock its dark powers within Kazuya. To everyone's surprise, the Devil Gene did awaken in Kazuya, allowing him to survive the fall. Under Heihachi's harsh training, Kazuya's formidable strength grew. In the first King of Iron Fist tournament, Kazuya emerged victorious, finally getting revenge on his father by tossing him off a cliff. However, in Tekken 2, Kazuya's inner demons began to surface. His tumultuous relationship with Jin Kasuma triggered a struggle for control between his humanity and the Devil Gene. Seizing the opportunity, Heihachi returned to defeat his son in the tournament's final. In a shocking turn of events, Heihachi then airlifted Kazuya and dropped him into a volcano, seemingly ending his life. Yet Kazuya's legacy lived on. Unknown to Heihachi, Kazuya had passed the Devil Gene to his unborn son Jin, setting the stage for a new chapter in the Mishima's family turbulent saga. Now this is where the rivalry begins. Following Jin Kasama's birth, his mother, Jun, adopted a reclusive lifestyle in the mountains, aiming to protect them from the looming threat of his father, Kazuya. Sensing the imminent danger posed by Ogre, a formidable supernatural being, Jun revealed Jin's true origins and instructed him to seek out his grandfather Heihachi if something were to happen to her. Unfortunately, Jun's premonitions proved accurate, and after Ogre took her life, Jin was left with a burning desire for revenge. To hone his skills and prepare for challenges ahead, Jin sought training under his estranged grandfather, Heihachi, mastering the Mishima-style karate. The culmination of his efforts came to light in the third King of Iron Fist tournament during the events of Tekken 3. Jin emerged victorious by defeating Ogre, only to be betrayed in a shocking turn of events. Heihachi, driven by his own selfish motives, shot Jin in the head. This treacherous act triggered the awakening of Jin's dormant Devil Gene, unleashing a dark power within him. Fueled by a newfound determination for revenge, Jin swore to confront the twisted legacy of his family and settle the score with those who had wronged him. The Mishima family saga continued, with Jin becoming a central figure in the ongoing struggle for power and redemption. In Tekken 4, after many years of separation, Kazuya encountered his son Jin in a lab where Heihachi aimed to extract the Devil Gene from Jin for his own ambitious plans. Despite Kazuya's ability to momentarily subdue and control his inner devil, Jin ultimately unleashed his formidable power. In a fierce confrontation, Jin defeated both his father and grandfather, leaving them behind as he disappeared into the night. In the aftermath of this clash, clash, Kazuya assumed the role of CEO at the enigmatic G Corporation. Tensions escalated further when Jin took control of Heihachi's Mishima Saibatsu. The power struggle between father and son continued to unfold in Tekken 6, with Jin grappling with internal conflicts related to his own demonic powers. In a drastic move, Jin declared war on the world, targeting corrupt governments and seeking to eradicate the devil gene by awakening the ancient demon Azazel. As Jin's Mishima Saibatsu clashed with Kazuya's G Corporation, a full-scale war erupted. The two powerful organizations stood up on opposite sides of the conflict, with Kazuya leading G Corporation in a bid to stop Jin's destructive path. The Mishima family's complex and tumultuous history continued to shape the fate of the world, with each member battling for supremacy and control over the legacy of the devil gene. In Tekken 7, seizing the opportunity, Heihachi, who had been lurking in the shadows, reclaimed control of the Mishima Saibatsu. However, this did not bring an end to the ongoing war, as the relentless pursuit between Kazuya and Heihachi persisted. The feud between father and son escalated to its zenith in Tekken 7, culminating in a spectacular showdown atop an active volcano. In a climatic twist, Kazuya gained the upper hand and triumphed by sending his father plummeting into the molten lava below, seemingly ending Heihachi's tumultuous reign. With Heihachi's removal, the stage is set for a new chapter in the Mishima Saga. Jin, discovered and nursed back to health by his allies, emerged from the shadows, vowing to avenge the actions of his father. As Tekken 8 looms in the horizon, it seems that the age-old Mishima feud might finally be approaching its resolution. The question remains whether this next installment will serve as the arena for Jin and Kazuya to settle their long-standing score once and for all.
The Mishima family's origins can be traced back to the Heian period in Japan, where they were originally a warrior clan that served the emperor. In more recent times, the family built an industrial empire that specialized in providing military resources to Japan during World War II. Jinpachi Mishima, the patriarch of the family, later shifted the focus of the family's corporation away from the military and towards martial arts training. He created his own style of karate, the Mishima-style fighting karate, which he taught to his son Heihachi and a young girl named Kazumi, who belonged to a family of secret assassins known as the Hachijo clan. It was during this time that Kazumi and Heihachi fell in love and eventually got married, later having a son named Kazuya Mishima. Jinpachi was also involved in the training of Kazuya, who he had a close relationship with. However, after Jinpachi was imprisoned and Kazumi was killed, Heihachi became the sole teacher of Kazuya and his adopted son Li Chaolan. He was a harsh and unforgiving teacher, instilling in them a philosophy of survival of the fittest, where the only thing that mattered in a fight was who was left standing. After Kazumi's failed assassination attempt on Heihachi, she feared that both her husband and son, Kazuya, would become a threat to the world. To prevent this, she asked Akuma, whom she had once saved, to promise to kill them if she failed to do so. Heihachi forcibly took control of the family corporation from Jinpachi and imprisoned him underneath Honmaru after Jinpachi staged a coup to regain control. In the same year, Kazumi was killed by Heihachi after her second failed assassination attempt. Heihachi initially believed Kazumi suffered from a split personality disorder, but she later revealed her devil form and her mission to kill him in order to protect the world. A 5-year-old Kazuya witnessed his mother's death at the hands of his father, and Heihachi beat him near a cliff. Believing that Kazuya might have the same illness as his mother, Heihachi threw him off the cliff. After surviving the fall, Kazuya climbed back up and Heihachi continued to raise him. Heihachi adopted Li Chaolan as a rival for Kazuya, hoping to motivate Kazuya to become stronger. He discovered Li's fighting skills and reflexes while watching him fight on the streets of a Chinese city. Heihachi's tough education of both sons inspired a lasting hatred towards him, which Kazuya and Li still harbor to this day. Years later, Heihachi had a child named Lars Alexandersson with a Swedish woman to ensure that he was no longer involved in the transmission of the devil gene. Lars did not show any signs of carrying the gene, which ended Heihachi's interest in him. After winning the first King of Iron Fist tournament and defeating his father Heihachi, Kazuya took over the Mishima Zaibatsu and organized the second tournament. During this time, he met Jun Kazama and fathered a son with her, Jin, who also possessed the devil gene. However, Kazuya was defeated by Heihachi at the end of the second tournament and was seemingly killed. 15 years later, Jin sought out Heihachi to help him become stronger and seek revenge against his mother's killer. Heihachi trained Jin for 4 years, and they had a better relationship than Heihachi had had with his own sons. However, Heihachi eventually shot Jin in the head, triggering the awakening of his devil gene and turning him into Devil Jin. Jin became determined to undo the evil associated with the Mishima name and fought against his father and grandfather in subsequent tournaments. After defeating his great-grandfather Jinpachi, Jin took over the Mishima Zaibatsu, but became a tyrant. His uncle Lars and Heihachi's adopted son Li Chaolun led a coup against him, and they now seek to use Jin to end the global war between the Mishima Zaibatsu, now led by Jin, and G Corporation, led by Kazuya. Heihachi was killed in a fight against Kazuya. Tekken 7 was intended to be the culmination of the Mishima clan saga, providing answers to long-standing questions about the family's history. While the game did deliver on this promise to some extent by concluding the conflict between Heihachi and Kazuya, the saga itself still persists, with Kazuya taking on the role of the primary antagonist. Despite Heihachi's death, the Mishima family's story remains unfinished, and the events of Tekken 7 set the stage for further developments and conflicts within the clan. As such, fans of the series can look forward to more dramatic confrontations and plot twists in the future. The Mishima family is comprised of several prominent leaders: Jinpachi Mishima, the father of Heihachi and grandfather of Kazuya and Lars; Heihachi Mishima, the son of Jinpachi, husband of Kazumi, and father of Kazuya, Lee, and Lars, passed away in Tekken 7. Kazumi Mishima, Heihachi's wife and Kazuya's mother, died before the events of the Tekken series. Kazuya Mishima, the grandson of Jinpachi, son of Heihachi and Kazumi, and adopted brother of Lee and half-brother of Lars, is also the father of Jin. Li Chaolun, Heihachi's adopted son and Kazuya's adopted brother, is Jin's uncle. Lars Alexanderson, Heihachi's illegitimate son and Kazuya's half-brother, is also Jin's uncle. Jin Kazama, the great-grandson of Jinpachi, grandson of Heihachi and Kazumi, son of Kazuya and Jun, and nephew of Lee and Lars, took his mother's family name as he was raised by her. And that's a wrap on our exploration of the Mishima family tree. From Jinpachi to Jin, this family's story is one of epic battles, family drama, and powerful legacies.
Hopefully we resumed what you guys needed to know about this revealing rivalry. So what did you guys think? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more theories and info. This has been your host. Welcome to the Fighterverse.